About a month ago, a major patch shook the BeamNG community. Tons of changes were introduced, like a full-blown Hirochi Sunburst remaster and an incredible rally mod. Both are packed with customization options, but today I want to focus on something that only has 7 lines of text in the entire patch notes. 2 new scenarios, Strut Brace Loop and Garage Gauntlet, and explain how both of them got absolutely destroyed by speedrunners. Without further ado, let's get into it. Let's start with the one that best shows the power of the updated Sunburst, Strut Brace Loop. It's a 3-minute long pure asphalt race, filled with elevation changes and fast corners. But before we dive into the track itself, let's take a quick detour to the garage. Knowing the pros and cons of the car is a must, especially on a long route like this. This is the Hirochi Sunburst, and as the description for this tune says, it's an entry-level rally car, and while it might be considered mediocre by speedrunning standards, it still holds its own, reaching speeds of up to 180 km. Handling is smooth, with no major signs of oversteer or understeer. It's also quite durable. As a Sunburst setup, it was built for tough rally conditions where bumps and hits are expected, so naturally the suspension is hard to damage, though not impossible. The biggest downside is weight. This car comes with a lot of unnecessary parts, like a spare tire and a full fuel tank. That of course makes it slower when speeding up or slowing down, and usually causes trouble with control after jumps or turns after long straights. The track itself is set in East Coast USA and can be divided into 2 main parts, the town section and everything else. The first part, the town, is very short, especially compared to the rest, but it includes 3 very important turns. This is where a significant chunk of time can be lost. If you clear it smoothly, the saved speed carries over, and that really pays off, because the next big turn is about a minute away. The path after turns is mostly straight, with just 2 corners that can be taken at nearly full speed. The second part is longer and almost entirely straight, with just 5 real corners spread across 2 minutes. It might start to feel a bit dull, but getting lazy here is not an option, especially in the corners. Elevation changes can and will lead to an unexpected results. A bad line or poor gear change here means losing speed, and since every corner is followed by a long straight, that can seriously hurt your time. And then there is the road between the turns. It's not completely flat. There are plenty of small jumps caused by hills, and they can lead to damage or even a full-on loss of control if you are not careful. This entire section could be summed up as 2 minutes of pure focus, especially after a couple of runs when you start letting your guard down. Time to take a look at the world record. Remember when I said it's a 3-minute race? That was a bit of an exaggeration. Realistically, if you drive it cleanly, this map takes around 2.5 minutes, and the current world record an unreal 1 minute 56.7 seconds. Eric made it happen by driving as aggressively as possible. His first few corners are razor thin, and that alone saves a ton of speed. But the real shocker is the second part. He takes it almost completely at full speed. This is insane considering how many potential issues could be avoided by simply slowing down a little. But after tons of attempts, he pulled it off. And the funniest part about all of this, the run is far from perfect. Corners could be smoother, airtime could be reduced, and there is still more speed to be saved. So if you think you have what it takes to beat it, go for it. That would be glorious. If you thought this map was intense, I have bad news for you, cause it's time for the second map, and it's a beauty. One of the best tracks currently available in BeamNG, a pure asphalt technical rally map called Garage Gauntlet. It's got 42 checkpoints packed with tight turns, but first let's check out the car. This is the FCV Vivas Asphalt Rally Tune. Easily one of the best cars for this challenge. It's excellent at gaining and losing speed, easy to control, and overall the perfect choice for short, corner-heavy maps. It's incredibly smooth through corners and can even handle nasty drifts with ease. Of course, it has its downsides, mostly the usual, a full fuel tank and extra weight, but there is another hidden factor here. It feels too easy to drive. So easy in fact that sometimes mistakes can be made on the easiest of corners, which does lead to demand of higher focus from racers, which can be a problem on longer tracks. Now onto the map itself. Garage Gauntlet is located in West Coast USA, and like I said, it's got 42 checkpoints, all packed into a very small area. You know what that means? Corners, lots of them. But the map has one big issue: pathfinding. There are no arrows, and most of the time you are going to get lost. Even Eric struggled with this when he first went for the world record. His early runs were a complete mess, not because of driving mistakes, but because he simply didn't know where to go. He got lost multiple times until he eventually learned the layout. Despite that, the map is pretty simple to understand. Wanna go fast? Get through each corner as cleanly as possible and preserve your speed. But with so many segments, this map is a perfectionist's worst nightmare. One bad corner can ruin the entire run. So why is it so fun? Well, this map can be tackled in two styles: drifting or smooth turning. And if you are just looking to have fun, I highly recommend giving the drift heavy style a try. Honestly, it's the most fun I've had in BeamNG in a while. Well, maybe besides the rally mode, but that's a topic for another video. Now, you might ask, why is drifting slower? It all comes back to that old saying: slow is smooth, but smooth is fast. Drifting may look cool and can produce decent results, but it causes you to lose speed. And because each segment is so short, there is not enough time for the car to recover that momentum. That's why smooth turns are the meta here. But that's easier said than done. The Vivas loves to drift, and managing that can be tricky. But the hardest part is the racing line, or rather the 40+ lines. One for every and each corner. Now multiply that by BeamNG's unpredictable physics that loves to mess with you, and what you get is a pure technical map, where only skill and deep game knowledge will carry you to victory. And if that wasn't enough, the death challenge is one of the toughest in the game. 1 minute 45 seconds for 3 stars, which brings us to the record set by Eric, 139.7. He managed to blend both styles, drifting and smooth turns, and still only beat the death time by 6 seconds. Just look at those clean lines and perfect speed control. As much as I want to praise it, the run still isn't perfect. Small bumps, tiny mistakes, a few shaky lines, and on a map like this, those little things pile up and hurt the final time. So no wonder it was beaten by an even cleaner run. Just several days later, it was completely obliterated by Scamp. 2 whole seconds were saved at an instant. And yet, even with such a clean run, it's far from being perfect. The driver slid too much in some parts and bumped the curb several times. And yet, with a final time of 1 minute 37.3 seconds, runner took the rightful place as a current world record holder. There is more time to be saved, of course. So if you think you have got what it takes, give it a shot. Who knows, you might be the next holder of this cool and seriously challenging record. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.